Hi guys, I'm Marley Silva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just got home from work. I'm sitting in my bed and I didn't want to do anything else. This is also my first video that I've sat down and filmed this style in probably over a year. Probably over a year. I don't know, you guys will have to look back. And I'm filming on the tripod literally in front of me in my bed, how I usually sit and film. So is the lighting perfect? Probably not. This is really just I really just want to like color correct and put a video online. I just miss talking to the camera and like, I just miss all of it. But I wanted to title this video, "We Need to Collapse the Economy." Now, I have been saying this on my channel for at least the last 5 years now, that the New World Order, the World Health Organization, everything going on in the West, I've been saying this, okay? I've been saying this for years, like ever. And here we are in 2026 and I'm still talking about it, you guys. So, you know, lately on TikTok, I've been seeing a lot of like the 15-minute cities and talk about basically the king. I'll insert the video, but
my ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
He basically was talking about like the digital ID publicly, as well as digital currency. Basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to facilitate a way of control. All of the rich are trying to use a way to deal with their debt. That's pretty much what it is. They can't offset their debt anymore. All the data centers, this is such a huge conversation. Like, I don't know how long this video is going to be, probably till I get hungry or like run out of steam. But the data centers, you do not need that much for AI. Like, we've been using AI for how many years now? And Apple has, it's like systemic learning, which basically means like your iPod Touch or your phone learns, and it's generative learning, basically. That's what they called it before it was artificial intelligence or any of the fancy stuff we know today. But basically, we don't need data centers this size. They're creating them to store our data. So China, you know, obviously they have a digital credit system. I don't know too much about China, but I know that like they have the facial recognition. Walmart just released where they're like doing like adaptive pricing. I believe like one of the fast food chains, I think it was like Wendy's or like one of them, like a year or two back, they started doing price hikes during lunch. So like busier times that people would come in is when they would like inflate the prices from what they usually are during not busy times. Walmart is doing this now, where basically like during busier times, or like if they see you coming in and it's like a busier time, the digital reader where the price is will change from what it was to a different amount. And there's people on TikTok talking about it. It's a whole thing right now. But the West in general is in a really, really scary place, because with all the control that they're wanting to change our reality as we know it. Because, you know, we're moving from dystopian capitalism into downright, I don't know if feudalism's the right word, or like just downright control, but basically like changing everything. And I'm trying to get my thoughts together because this is just so much information and such a big topic. But when it comes to digital ID and currency, whether you pay your bills on time, whether, you know, you can buy meat that week, like all of that stuff is coming to fruition. And it's so scary because they were saying this after COVID and we were still waiting for so many people to wake up, so many people to like see the light and like become educated within themselves. And it's crazy because now everybody is finally on the same page. Like, we're finally seeing people fight, not each other, but the rich versus the poor. And I'm not saying I didn't fall into this trap. When Trump was first elected, I was in school full time. I was working full time. I was stretched so thin and I was so exhausted and I was working so hard that yes, I did fall into a hateful trap. I was a hateful person. Anyone that could bring up me during that time would know that I was stressed out, over drinking. I wasn't happy in anything. Like, I was in a place of like just trying to really just get through. And I obviously don't always manage that the best way, but being out of it and on the other side and looking at things from a different lens. Yeah, that, like when Trump was first in office, before any of this, he ran on us hating each other, us blaming immigrants, us blaming different races, us blaming gay people, or whatever the fuck you want to put into that genre. And now, after all the Epstein stuff, and Trump basically did a full-blown cover-up for the United States of America, after that, now we can all look at it and be like, oh, and I'm not saying just like if you were hateful during that time that you're an awful person. We all learn and grow in our own cycles. I was a hateful person during that period of time because the worst parts of me were being brought out. And I'm not too good to say that. I, looking back, am sad because I knew that person was struggling and tired and exhausted and hateful, and that's who I was at that period of my life, at that chunk of my life. That's just how I was living. Now on the other side, and seeing how much just blatant abuse is happening, the Epstein stuff, all of it, and just like the downright killing of other people for no reason. Now that we're past that, I can understand that, like, they want us to hate each other. They want us to blame cultures and races and immigration and all this bullshit. And if you look at it, we're all just people. We can blame each other until the cows come home. But there's good and bad in every facet and genre of life. And the reality is that this is about rich and poor. The middle class is being decimated in the West right now. Look at Australia. Yes, immigration is a factor for sure. We're trying to accommodate more than we have structurally available, and that's in healthcare. Everybody's feeling it. Everybody's feeling it. But at the end of the day, when you really break down the why, it's not blaming each other. It's not blaming immigration. It's not blaming human beings. We are looking at a time in history where we have the first trillionaire. We have billionaires. They will never be able to spend the amount of money that they're earning and making. And when you really think about the amount of wealth, right? Like, I think, what was one of the families? The Beckhams. The Beckhams are now billionaires, right? Everybody's just getting a billionaire B card, and it's just getting thrown out left and right nowadays since COVID. And when you really break it down, these people are not paying taxes. They're not paying taxes on the amount of wealth that they're earning, which is why we're in the system that we're in, right? The working class people are paying the taxes. Are the roads getting fixed? Are we seeing improved infrastructure? Are we seeing the lives of ordinary people get better? Are we seeing people get paid a living wage? Are we seeing people be able to pay their bills and travel and live a life and have home ownership? No, we're not. And why is that? It's because there's a complete wealth gap. And since COVID, there's been so much abuse in Canada, so much abuse in Australia, so much abuse in the UK and in Europe and in the States. Every place in the West is getting decimated. All of the middle class and the lower class people are getting completely decimated because they want to milk as much as they possibly can from us and make us so scared that we think we have no other option. And the reality of the situation is, if you look back, even within 50 years, companies used to make working for them attractive. We'll give you stock options. We'll give you a pension. You know, we're going to make houses affordable so you can have a family on one income. Stock options are one, but they would do different things to make their company attractive to retain people for as long as possible, right? Now you look at things and people are job hopping within 3 months for better pay. You know, people, it's very rare for people to stay at a job. If they do stay at a job, they're not getting consistent raises. They're not getting wage increases. You know, rent goes up every single year. We have payments for left, right, and center. If you buy a brand new car, don't even get me started on this, but if you buy a brand new car, you have to pay a subscription for a feature that's already shipping in the car. Think about that. Literally process it. You buy a car. It has heated steering. Cool. We love heated steering. You can't use it unless you pay the company a subscription for the feature that you have in the car that already works, right? Really break that down. So we're in a point of time now where the wealth inequality is so dramatic, right? And I'm not talking about helping countries feed and build infrastructure. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about countries that are already built, right? Countries that are already built, and we're dealing with rich versus poor because the middle class is on its way out. The reality is because they have found loopholes and ways to not pay taxes and to not pay their fair share, they're just not going to. And they're going to try to take and hoard as much as they possibly can. And I have been struggling to conceptualize this for years now. I have not understood. The more that I become closer to myself and the more that I become closer to love and light in my life, I realize that I'm a loving person. I'm a giving person. I'm the type of person that, like, I don't like hate in my heart. I don't like hate in my life. I don't want any of that energy around me, and I don't want to have any of it even close to me. If you pull out parts of me that make me hateful, make me awful, make me not the loving person I am, I have to take myself out of the situation and be completely away from you. Because when I realize when I'm by myself and I'm true to myself and I'm in my happy space, I'm in the successful and, you know, energetic and rested Marley. I'm not saying I'm always rested, but like I like being busy. But when I'm in that place where I'm successful and I'm succeeding, I'm a loving person. I stand for the people. I want everyone to succeed. I will call out bullshit the minute I see it. I'm a human rights advocate. Like, that's how I am naturally. I support good people. If you do good, if you are a good person, I support you, right? If you hurt people, if you hurt children, if you hoard wealth, if you're doing things that inherently hurt other people, I want to throw you on the chopping block and have it be a public array. Like, genuinely, that's how I feel. Most of the time, all the time, that's me at my core. And, you know, the rich used to put the money back into the people. They used to build art museums and libraries and hospitals and like all of this stuff. And because of the privatization of life, we're in such a capitalistic, patriotic place right now. I mean, like, look at Trump. We have people saying that he completely disrespects women and, you know, is saying that he's just going to go out and kill other people as if it's like a casual Tuesday for him. And when we look at that in like the reality of the 2026 landscape heading into summer, after the Epstein files and everything, like, you have to understand, like, it's so messed up. It's so bad. And everybody's paid off. Everybody and their mother has a check to say that things are okay that are completely not okay morally and ethically. And what I've learned from not only being a Canadian and growing up as a millennial, but also working with so many different cultures and people is, you know, morals and ethics and values are huge, right? There are people that will try to see the system benefiting and hurting people in a narcissistic way. Like, those people will succeed, and they will succeed because those traits are valued in capitalism. But the reality is, you know, morals and values and ethics and family is so big, right? Why are we kicking our kids out at 18? Why are we telling people that it's so normal to just branch out at such a young age when there's no safety net or security or life built? And in 2026, like, this is the stuff we need to be talking about. This is the stuff that we need to be aware of. These are the conversations that we need to have. Education is so important, and it's like, learning is so beautiful. Like, if you have an understanding of things and you can share that with others, that is such a power. Like, that is like, I walk through the hallways at work and people are just like, kind of like, I don't know, like, not like congratulating me, but like happy that I'm the one with the mouth that's standing up and looking for each other's rights and seeing people as human beings. I don't have an angle. I don't have a curve. I don't have anything to lose. I don't care how you view me. I don't give a shit what you think about me. I don't need any of you to prop myself up. I've worked my ass off in my life to prop myself up to where I am. And in that position, I'm still learning and growing, and I always love to be educated. So I just think that, you know, there are people that have massive amounts of wealth and they don't think that way. They're so deluded and detached from the everyday working person. And God has blessed me with being a working everyday person, because it creates a type of foundation in you individually that you simply cannot have without the experience. Life is about experience. If you do not experience things, you do not grow. If you do not feel pain, you do not grow. It's just how it works. And I've been so fortunate and blessed to be so aware. And I feel like it's because I watch videos where they ask people in their older generation, like, what are the regrets you have in life? And the big ones are like not living authentically, wishing they would have done like tidbits throughout their life or whatever. I don't have any regrets. If I was on my deathbed with cancer tomorrow, I have lived my life so authentically. I have done everything I've wanted. I've experienced everything I've wanted. Yes, of course, it's always exciting to look towards the future and want more and be more and to see more. But at the end of the day, like, I don't wake up being like, wish I would have texted him. Like, no, I rage texted him like till the cows come home. Like, I don't live with regret in my life. And, you know, I've realized through my 29 years of life, I turned 30 literally August 14th, which is like 2 months from now. And I've learned in my 29 years of life that like I am a beam of light in other people's lives. I'm kind of like the lighthouse, you know, when everything's dark and everything's lost and you can't find your way. Marley is that lighthouse that's beaming the light, being like, I'm over here, like, you can see me, let me help you, let me help guide you, like, you know, just give you that little glimpse of like, it doesn't have to be stuck. And being a light in other people's lives is such a blessing and a curse, because you have to train yourself to be a light in your own life. Like, I have done so much work on myself to never let my brain get to a depressed state. Yes, I do struggle with things. Yes, I do deal with things or they come up in a way that I don't expect. But as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that it happens less and less and less, because I've experienced it so many times and I've learned to manage it and process it in a way where I can think about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and why I'm feeling that way. So it's so much work. And I think life is so much work, and it's a never ending learning session, really. And yes, I have the title that I've made for the video. I thought about it when I was driving home from work. I've already decided what I want the title of the video to be. This is really just me getting my thoughts out, because I felt like I miss the Marley that puts the camera up, starts talking, and like, let's just go. Like, I miss that chunk of my life. And, you know, I'll get into other videos about life changes and switches and things like that in a different video, which I was thinking of filming today. I might film it either today or like a different day. I'm really not in the mood. That's like a mood thing for me. But, you know, just getting back to myself and being able to like articulate my thoughts out loud, to me, is so healing and so therapeutic and so important. And I just feel like such a weight off of me. And yeah, so I hope that a couple of you missed the content like this that I do. I don't know if you don't, or no one watches. I really don't care. This is really just my time capsule and my journey. But I love you guys so much. I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. We have had like the worst May ever. We've had like 2 hot days, and the rest has been Like, it's 7 degrees May 18th, y'all. Like, we need to stop cloud seeding. I could go on. Like, I could literally keep going on about all of the issues that all of us continue to tolerate. We need to be like Italy. Stop paying bills, stop engaging in society. Well, maybe not engaging in society, but like only farming and helping each other's small communities. Stop paying bills, stop doing the rat race. And that's how you choke the system. But I love you guys so much. I hope you have a good day. I'm gonna have some lunch and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.